What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, if you're new to my channel, it's Trucking Life with Sean, where I try to teach you things the CDL school will not teach you. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you get any value from this at all, smash that like button, okay? In today's video, I want to be showing you how I meal prep for home. I just come off of 34 and I'm going back out tomorrow. I'm going out for about 10 days on the road. So I want to make sure that I have everything that I need to get through those 10 days. Now, it's healthier to meal prep. Two reasons why. If you plan your, there's a few reasons why I like to meal prep, but it's healthier because you can kind of pick out the food that you want and you kind of set it. So you can say, okay, this is what I'm gonna have for breakfast the next 5 days. These are gonna be my lunches, these are gonna be my dinners. And if you don't buy no snacks and you don't buy no stuff that you don't need, that's gonna help you a whole lot more as far as your snacking goes and just splurge eating. Then next, it keeps your costs down because things are so much out here. Now, y'all know drivers, if you're an experienced driver, you know how much it costs to live out here. Now, well, if you're a new driver and you're training with somebody, you're probably not gonna be able to meal prep until you get your own truck, until you get out on the road. But these are some tips that will help you out. Now, every week I do it different. This week, I've got a certain menu that I'm gonna eat on. So I'm headed over to Walmart now to get what I need. I'm gonna go ahead and make me fried eggs. I love fried eggs, I love them. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna meal prep me a couple eggs for every day next week. I'm gonna go ahead and cook my bacon. You can cook it in the microwave, you can cook it in the air fryer, but I'm gonna go ahead and cook all my bacon too in an air fryer till it's almost done, so I get really crispy. And then I can just throw it in my microwave. I don't have an air fryer in the truck just yet. I mean, I could get one, but I don't yet. So there's gonna be the bacon and my eggs. I'm pretty much having that every day this week. I love bacon and eggs. And grits is not that great for you, but I like throwing a little grits there and mix it up a little egg grit bowl, sometimes some mornings depending. But that way it's ready and I don't have to cook in the truck, which I can cook in the truck, and I've got other videos on that, but this week I'm doing that. So that's gonna be my breakfasts. I'm also gonna cook about 4 to 5 half-pound steak burgers. And with these burgers, I'm also gonna have some gravy that I'm gonna bring with me on the truck that I can mix up in the truck, make it in the microwave, some brown gravy. But one night I'll have a couple of hamburgers, some gravy, and maybe some onion, and then my green beans and carrots. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook my green beans and my carrots because I'm gonna eat that all week as my vegetables. But one night I'll have the hamburgers. And then maybe for lunch one day, I may want to do some sloppy joe. I can take the meat out, I can cut it all up, mix some ketchup mustard with it, throw a little onion in it, and have some homemade sloppy joe. That's one thing I can do with that meat. Or I may just want to eat the hamburger plain with some ketchup or some A1. So I'm gonna make me about 5 hamburger patties. That's gonna be a lot of my meat source this week. Then I'm also gonna do some grilled chicken. Now, in these hamburgers, instead of putting them in bowls, I'm just gonna put them into a freezer bag, and I'll show you how to do that. Then my grilled chicken, I'm gonna go ahead and cook my grilled chicken up with my peppers, my onions, my butter, get it all good and seasoned up. Then I'm gonna pour all that into a freezer bag so it just kind of stays marinating. That's gonna be a great meal. You can take that same chicken, put it over salad if you want to, or I don't eat salad that much, so I'll have my green beans and my carrots, and so that'll be a meal there. So I'll have that, and then also I'm gonna make some homemade, we're gonna try this out tonight, y'all. It's gonna be chicken pot pie, crustless, no bread on it because I'm trying to stay away from the bread. So we're gonna make that tonight in a glass dish, and then I'll pour it up in a bowl and take that with me. So those are pretty much, that's what I'm gonna eat on: the chicken pot pie, the chicken, and the hamburger meat, and then with my vegetables, my eggs and my bacon. I also have other things in my truck too, like that I don't have to cook. Like I've got tuna, I've got canned chicken, I've got crackers, I've got some applesauce. I've got different things to eat on. Beef jerky, if you want some beef jerky. So I got different snacks. I got some protein shakes, some protein bars that I like eating. But these are going to be my main source of food. Now, you still need to get out every once in a while to eat, but the restaurants are getting smaller and smaller as far as finding a good restaurant with good quality food. And like I said, it's very high. I don't have but maybe one out of each state that I go to that I even like. So no guarantee that I'll pass my favorite restaurant. So that's why I go ahead and cook. Saves me money, helps me with the weight loss. And I just enjoy doing it. So follow this video to the end, and I'm gonna show you how I get cooking. All right, the first thing I'm gonna cook is I'm gonna go ahead and cook my bacon. So what I'll do with that is I've got my bacon right here. I'll go ahead and I'll cut it in half, and then I'll put it in the air fryer right here, and then stick it in the air fryer. All right, so once I get the bacon in here, it's a small air fryer, so I can't cook it all at one time, which is okay because I got a lot of food to cook. I put it in here. I set it for 375. And I'm gonna cook it for 12 minutes. Normally I cook it for 15, but I'm gonna do it for 12 minutes. While that's doing that, I'll stay ahead and set the bacon to the side. Then I'm gonna get my eggs out, and I'm gonna go ahead and start frying my eggs up. All right, what I do is you go ahead and put your frying pan on low. I use about a teaspoon to a half teaspoon of butter. And I'll smear the whole pan up right here. And I'm only cook 1 or 2 eggs at a time, but this process takes a little longer like this, but this is easier for me to cook them like this while my bacon's cooking, but then I can go ahead and get my hamburgers and everything else cooking. So once you've got the pan good and buttered, I'll go ahead and put this butter back over here, or the other butter, and then I'll put my egg in there. Once it's dumped in there, I'll go ahead and I'll break up the yellow, this so, and I'll let that cook. And then once it gets good and done on one side, and it's easy to flip, then I just flip it, cook it, and then I'll repeat that about 12 times. I'll cook about a dozen eggs. All right, so while the egg is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and open my George Foreman grill. Just plug it up. Really simple. It's something you can take on the truck with you if you want to, but I got training with me this week, so I'm not bringing it with me. But you can still cook from it from the house. George Foreman smokeless grill. All you do is just plug it up. Once this light turns green, it's ready to roll. So I've got my steak burgers over here. I'll go ahead and let them. You want to have them at like room temperature. That's the best. So you don't want to bring them right out of the refrigerator. You want to set them out for at least 30 minutes before you start cooking them. And all I do for seasoning is just salt and pepper. All right, so now the egg right here is getting almost done. So I'll go ahead, once it gets like this and it's easy to slide around, then I'll just flip it. So then flip, voila. And in a few minutes that'll be done, and then I'll just repeat that process 12 times. So by now, the bacon's halfway done, it just beeps. So you pull this out, here's the bacon getting crispy, you shake it up, put it back in, and that'll cook for the next 6 minutes like that. Still waiting on this to preheat, and then we'll cook the hamburger. So I went ahead and got the meat over here, salt and pepper it up, and they're just sitting here ready to roll. All right, so as soon as the light turns green right here, you go ahead and you throw the hamburger patties on, which I did. They're gonna take about 6 minutes probably to cook, but I got 4 of them, so we got plenty of time to cook all this other stuff. So just put them in, you don't have to flip them or anything. They've both been salt and peppered, so they should be good to go. We'll check them back in about 6 minutes. Got 1 egg cooked so far. Go ahead and cook in the other eggs, and the bacon's cooking. All right, so these hamburgers, these first 2 are looking good and done. Look at them. Bam, beautiful. Cut that one in half, no pink in the middle. Looking good, looking good. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and throw these other 2 right on there. Get a little paper off here. So you don't take very long at all to do that. Go ahead and pepper this side. And just a little salt, not a whole lot, but a little salt. Bam. Okay, now the hamburger meat's done, the eggs is done, and the bacon is almost done. Now it's time to start doing the grilled chicken. So I've got an onion here I'm about to chop up, and then I'm gonna chop up my peppers, and then I'm gonna put them in a frying pan full of about a full stick of real butter, season them, and then I'm gonna put the grilled chicken in there, season that, and then I'll put those in a Ziploc baggie too. Let's get to it. Now I've got the chicken, the onions, and the peppers, and the butter cooking on the skillet. That's gonna cook and marinate really good. Then I'm gonna put it in one of these freezer bags. I'll actually pour it all in one of these freezer bags, seal it off, and then it'll just marinate in the refrigerator. And I'm ready, I can just pour it out. So now that I've got a whole pack of bacon cooked, I'm about to put it in a Ziploc bag. I got my eggs cooked, I got my hamburger meat cooked. Now I'm cooking my chicken. My wife's working on the chicken pot pie. And now I'm gonna start cooking all my vegetables. So I'll have plenty to eat in the next 10 days. Now it's time to cook the vegetables. I'm gonna cook the carrots first. Put a little butter in there, a little salt and pepper, stir those up, then we'll put those over in a plastic Tupperware bowl, and then we'll do the green beans next. Then I take the bacon grease that I had in the air fryer, put it in the pan, and I use the grease to cook my green beans with. And I usually do about 2 cans of green beans. Get that out of there, that's no good. I already got my carrots done. Let them cool off, then I'll put them in a Tupperware bowl. And then what you want to do with the green beans after you put both cans in there is you want to cook them down, cook all the grease down, and cook it all the way down. So it might take a little longer. Just cook it on medium high, just keep stirring it until it cooks down, and they'll be really, really good. All right, it's almost done, but I had to run back to the store to get some Tupperware bowls. So I had to get that, and then I'll run back to the house, and everything should be done. My wife's working on a chicken pot pie. I'm really excited about this crustless chicken pot pie because it's a superfood. It has broccoli, spinach, carrots, chicken, cheese. Great keto, great for diabetics, and it's going to be great. I mean, I was buying those frozen ones, and I was warming up the meal. This is so much better. She's made a whole pot, so I'll be able to fill up a big Tupperware bowl, then she'll have some also. So, hey, but also while I was thinking about it, are you looking for a good job? Are you right out of school and you need a good trucking company, one that you can depend on, one that's going to get you home every week, going to treat you with respect, and one that's going to train you right and keep you from running ragged and having accidents and actually pay you more than anybody else will pay you right out of school? Call Rosedale Transport. Their number is 706-226-1003. They're right out of Dalton, Georgia. You ask for Tina and tell me your boy Sean sent you. Now, if you're an experienced driver, then you definitely need to come to Rosedale Transport because, like I said, you do your 34 at home. They have great pay. They got a huge sign-on bonus, and you get to drive brand new equipment. And most of the people that work here used to be truck drivers, so they understand. It's a friendly company. You're not just a number. They know you by your first name. So call Rosedale Transport at 706-226-1003. All right, so just got home and my wife just pulled out this beautiful, baby, this looks really good, chicken pot pie, crustless. So what's in it, baby? Broccoli, make sure I got everything. Broccoli, spinach, carrots, chicken, and cheese, right? And cauliflower. So talk about a superfood. This is gonna be really, really, really good. I'll put this in a bowl. Man, the heck with buying $6 little meals that have the same thing. So she got the idea when she was on the truck with me last week. She's like, "You're buying this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, ain't it good?" She ate one. She's like, "Yeah, it's pretty good." It was an Atkins low carb crustless chicken pot pie. She's like, "I think I can make this," and you know what? I think she did a very good job. Y'all, what do you think? Awesome. All right, so we got it done here. So here's whole pack of bacon cooked. My fried eggs are cooked. I got my hamburger steaks right here, ready to go. Then I have my chicken and my peppers and onions. Yum, yum. Then I have my green beans all seasoned, ready to go. And my carrots. I can warm up a little bit at a time as I go. And then, of course, I got the chicken pot pie over there. And then I have my baked potatoes that I can go with me. I have some apples. And then I've got a lot of other things in the truck, like tuna and things like that. But this is how you meal prep. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. This is Trucking Live with Sean. Let's get it. I almost forgot leftover chicken wings. Put those in the bag. They're going to be great, too.